Hey everyone, and welcome back to the breakdown. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to buy a server with Apex Minecraft hosting in 1.18. So this is going to be for Minecraft 1.18, how to purchase a Minecraft server. Basically, we're going to be going over every single step of getting a server with Apex Minecraft hosting. I'm even going to show you how to join in game and even talk about some of the different mod packs and things you can add with Apex if you decide you don't want an 1.18 server and you want a different one. So it's going to be kind of an in-depth video here of Apex Minecraft hosting. First and foremost, though, we will have to get to Apex Minecraft hosting. You can do so via the link in the description down below, thebreakdown.xyz/Apex. That link is an affiliate link, meaning we get a small commission from your purchase at no additional cost to you. It helps keep the lights on here and allows us to make tutorials every single day. So thank you so much to Apex and for you for supporting us in that way. Nevertheless, once you're here, you want to go ahead and click Get Started. Once you've done that, there's a ton of different games you can use at Apex now, but Minecraft is the one we want, so we want to make sure that's selected at the top. Then we need to select how much RAM we want for our server. So as you can see, 2 gigabytes, that's going to basically be enough to run a vanilla Minecraft server. That's going to be just, basically you and maybe 2 or 3 friends should be able to run on 2 gigabytes. A 3 gigabyte server is going to be enough for some mod packs, some mods, and maybe 10 or so of your friends. And then a 4 gigabyte server, which is actually what we're going to be using in this video, is more of a heavy duty server, but it's going to ensure that you can have a decent amount of mod packs, pretty much all the most popular mod packs out there, as well as a good amount of friends on your server doing a bunch of different things, like loading chunks and doing all of the stuff like that. So we're going to go ahead and select 4 gigabytes right here by clicking Order Now under it. Once we clicked on that, it's going to go ahead and take us off here where we want to select how we want to be billed, monthly or quarterly. Now, by default, off your first month, Apex usually has a special allowing you to get 14 or get your first month for a decent amount off. And you can use code The Breakdown if you want to get that percentage off if it's not automatically applied. Most likely it is though. Once you're here though, we want to go ahead and enter in our Minecraft username. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then you can use your subdomain. This is how you'll be able to join your server later. So we'll go ahead and call this breakdown tutorial server and then .apexmc.co. You can make this much shorter, by the way. I would recommend it actually. But for this video, we'll go ahead and make it that length. Now for our server version, you can select by default here, it says Minecraft 1.18, but if we go ahead and search Minecraft 1.18 here, if it's not automatically selected, you can select it. There is also paper. So if we search up paper, this is basically a performance version of Minecraft. However, right now it is experimental. It's in beta. Once it comes out of beta, that might be selected here by default. And if it is, that's perfectly fine. It's actually a good thing because it's going to make your server run better. Right now though, Minecraft 1.18 vanilla is what we want. For our server location, this is where you want your server to be hosted. Apex has tons of options in Asia, North America, Europe, as well as South America and Oceania. For me though, I live in the good old United States here, so we're going to go ahead and selecting Vint Hill, Virginia for me. By the way, if you're not sure, you can test your ping. For example, you can click test ping there. The lower this number, the better. Mine's 42 to Vint Hill, Virginia, but for example, if I was to do Brazil, it will be significantly higher because I don't live near Brazil. I live closer to Virginia. Nevertheless, once you've done that, we can go on down here and click on continue on the right-hand side. So click continue on the right-hand side after you've selected your server location. This then takes us to the checkout page, and this is where you can enter in that promo I was talking about, but as you can see, one is automatically applied for 25% off your first month. Then let's go ahead, click checkout here, and it will take us off to the checkout page. I'm obviously going to go ahead, go through this, purchase this server, and then I will meet you on the next page to show you kind of what it looks like when you purchase a server and where it takes you. Once you have completed the server purchase process, you will land here. Now, by default, it's asking you to kind of review the checkout process. You can do that if you wish. We're not going to do that for time in this tutorial, but then you'll be here. This is a good tutorial to watch to basically learn the general process of getting started with Apex. However, most of it is going to be covered in the video you're watching now. From there, we can go ahead and scroll down and see all the basically steps for your Apex Minecraft server. First and foremost, though, you can check your email for new server information. Then you can log in game and start playing. And then you can log into the Multicraft panel. And then there's also the billing area. The billing area, we're not going to cover here, but we are going to cover these first 3. So let's go ahead and first check our email. So here we are. This is my email. And sure enough, there is an email titled Your New Server Information. And we can go ahead and open that up. Once we've opened it up here, we can see our IP address as well as the login information for both the billing account, which can be accessed here, and the cPanel account or Minecraft Multicraft panel account. We can access that there. First and foremost though, let's go ahead and join the server. So So to do that, you can copy this IP address here and open up Minecraft 1.18, which I should already have open. So let me go ahead and get that open after a quick jump cut. Thanks to YouTube magic, Minecraft is now open. We can select multiplayer and we can add a server. Now we can name this whatever you want. I'm going to name it Apex server because it's an Apex server. And then the server address is going to be that IP address we copied earlier. And yes, it's going to be both strings here. The entire basically part from the first number to the last number, all of that is your IP. Paste that in Java Edition, click done, and there's the server right there. When you double click on it, it's going to join right on in. Your friends can join using that IP as well. However, that IP we created earlier, that was like breakdown tutorial server.apexmc, that works as well. So if we delete this and we go ahead and add the server, which is going to, well, again, I guess say this is Apex server, no problem there. But for the IP address, it is breakdown tutorial server.apexmc.co. Click done, and sure enough, there's the server. If we join on in, we'll be in the exact same spot we were. Both of those will work, whether it was the one that you created earlier using, the domain, or that string of numbers that is in the email. Both will work to join your server. Why have I been spawning on top of trees in 1.18, by the way? This is like the third or fourth 1.18 world I've generated where I have spawned on top of trees. Anyway, there is that. We can go ahead and get this disconnected because I want to show you how to log into the panel here. So to do that, you want to go ahead and click this button right here. I'm going to go ahead and copy it though and paste it in the browser right up here at the top. So you can see it's panel.apexminecrafthosting.com. When you enter that in, it's going to take you here. Enter in your login information. Mine conveniently populates where we can join on in. Now, for me, it's going to take us to basically multiple servers because I have multiple servers at Apex here. But this is the server we just purchased. As you can see, there is that domain, breakdown tutorial server.apexmc.co. And as you can see, we can stop the server, restart, force restart. By the way, the information that we used to log in on that original page, mine auto-populated because I already had an account, but yours can be found right here. Feel free to copy and paste it. And then once you've logged in, you can easily change your password using the top right up here. Nevertheless, though, once we're in here, you can see all the different information about your server. You can upgrade your server if you decide you need more RAM. And most importantly, you can change your server here. If you decided you wanted to add plugins using Paper, you can do that. If you decided you wanted an array of different mod packs, you can do that. As you can see, some do require those 6 gigabytes, unfortunately, but most of them do not, and you can run them on 4 gigabytes without much of any problem. You can also manage a bunch of other things in your server on the left-hand side here, including FTP file access. This is where you can log into your server and add things like mods to it, add things like plugins to it, as well as download your world and things like that. There's also backups over here. That's where you can manage your server's backups. It does backup every single day automatically. So if something goes wrong, you have a backup that you can go to. You've also got all sorts of other stuff over here that is worth looking at, but those are the main ones that I want to talk about here. Except for console. That's something else we need to mention. There is a black box here on the screen because that's my public IP address right here, and the reason you get an Apex server is to keep your public IP address private, so obviously we're going to be doing that in this video. There's many other reasons to get an Apex server, but one of them is that. So you can type pretty much anything you can type in a normal Minecraft console here. The one thing you're probably going to need to do is op yourself, so op, and then in my case, Nick's Games is my username, and that allows me to op myself right like so. As you can see, I have made myself a server operator. Now, yours might have opt you by default, and that's awesome if it does, but if it doesn't, that's how you can opt yourself. Also, anything else you want to type in here for plugins or whatever after you've installed them, you can manage all of that via the console. You can even stop your server here by typing stop, right? If you type stop there and hit enter, it will stop the server, and you can restart it in the top right by clicking the start button. But yeah, that's basically all the information you need to know about Apex Minecraft hosting and their servers. And yeah, that's kind of that. We have additional tutorials in the description on plugins with Apex, as well as other things with Apex as well, like, getting mods and stuff like that. But that's the basics. That is how to purchase a Minecraft server for Minecraft 1.18 and get it up and running. Truthfully, Apex is the best place to host a Minecraft server. We love them. We host our own public server right here, play.breakdowncraft.com. This is an Apex server. So when you join on in, this is all hosted on Apex Minecraft hosting. So keep that in mind. Know that they are amazing. You can host a public server. You can host a private server. You can do whatever you want with Apex. And by the way, I do want to mention, if you do want to make your server private, it's super easy to do that. Once you're in game here and you're opt, you have to be opt to do this. Just simply type whitelist space on. That's going to turn on whitelist. That means only people who can join, or who want to join your server, can join. However, you will have to add them to the whitelist. To do that, do whitelist and then add, and then their username. So I could do my username. I could do, Patrick's username. All right, like so. Bam, or whitelist add, whitelist add, and then Patrick's username. Now he can join. If I wanted to do my alt, I could do that, right? I could do whitelist add Nick King. That's my alt, and all of those can now join. You will have to add any friends to usernames you want to join, but that's okay because it makes your server 100% private. Nevertheless, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more incredible content every single day of the week. My name is Nick, and I am out. Peace.